What's up, ghouls? It's Batty Jade, and welcome to the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. This is by the same team that did A Date with Death that I've done on my channel before. That one was really kind of silly and fun. They've actually done a lot of other games that I just saw. But this is the latest one that they're coming out with. The demo just dropped today as of recording this. So I thought it would be cool to check it out since I actually had some time. It's super oh, there's a kitty cat! It's a kitty cat. It's very colorful. To my dearest Sprout. Sprout hardly seems like a fitting nickname anymore, does it? But now you must be towering over your mother. She always was a short little thing. How do you know that? How do you know that my mom is so short? Don't tell her I called her that, okay? I fear it would make our relationship even worse than it is now, if that's even possible. I digress, my dearest Sprout. It has been far too long since I last saw you. Still, I picture in my mind a toddler with a mess of orange hair who insisted on wearing their rain boots on the sunniest of days. I mean, I wear boots, but my hair is not orange. Who would remove their smock lest they get paint on it? Who would turn their nose up at chocolate but sneak carrots from the fridge when no one was looking? Again, I will eat carrots. I don't know who would have to sneak a carrot. What parent's not gonna let their kid eat a carrot? It's a carrot. But who turns their nose up at chocolate? A freak. Literally a freak. And I just get paint on everything, so. Well, for the next 3 months, anyhow. After a lifetime of living in the city, a bit of country air ought to do you well. Willowmist is special to me, and I think soon enough it will be special to you. It has its quirks, which I'm sure you'll realize quickly. But it has a way of growing on you, or perhaps it's the other way around, like a parasite, or maybe a fungus. Either way, I suspect you'll fit in just fine. Girl, what? Grandma, what? A parasite? What are you talking about? I'm only sorry I could not be there to greet you. Responsibilities pull me away from Willowmist. But you don't have to worry about that. I'm sure you'll hear enough rumors about where I've gone to satisfy your curiosity. They call me a witch. Trust me, whatever they'll say will be nowhere near as interesting as the truth. I'm also a bit of a snoot. To find the store, take a left from the train station, then a right when you notice the breeze pick up. Grandma, weather is not a way to give directions. Then turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps, close your eyes, and turn around again. You'll find it soon enough. Did I mention I have the dementia? I have an employee there waiting for you. He's not the easiest to get along with. He keeps making me take my pills. But not the good ones. He hides those. But I doubt anyone could resist your charm. You're much like your aunt. That poor in that respect. Take care of the store, Sprout. Take care of yourself. And for heaven's sake, don't try to sell the vase with the bird on it. It's cursed. With all my love and faith in you. And Sylvie. P.S. If you find Florian napping on the job, make sure to tuck him in. He doesn't get enough sleep, that boy. Sure, sleep. It's not like he has a job. Feel a buzz from your pocket. The familiar sensation of a worried mother. It's not familiar to me. The train continued shuddering along on its tracks in an almost comfortable way. Darling, won't you reconsider? It's such a big move. You've always lived nearby. You won't know anyone, so if anything goes wrong, why not stay home? Alright, I'll make the train turn around. Operation, take over the train and force them to turn around. Think it might cause some trouble for the train behind us, though. I just don't understand why you left so suddenly. And Sylvie needs someone to watch the shop, you know that. I'm sure she has friends there. From what I've heard so far, I don't think so. She also has family, you know. That would be me. Won't you reconsider? Sorry, Mom. I love you, but I'm looking forward to a few months away from home. Probably you. New people, fresh air, and a real job. You've never even worked at a store before, let alone ran one. All you do is eat crackers in your bed. Aunt Sylvie says someone will be there to help out. It's an antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. I don't think it will be particularly busy. I swear you got your stubborn streak straight from my sister. Okay, baby, just stay safe. Stay safe, okay? Don't walk around alone at night. Make sure to lock the doors and call me if anything happens. Not the police. Me. I'm gonna get my peace. There go all my plans for bumping into the new love of my life on a dark, mysterious street after leaving my door unlocked. I really wanted to meet another villain. Last time I met Tamura, who knows? I could have met Dabby this time. Not funny. Just because a little funny. Not even a smile. No! Come back to your bed and eat more crackers. I don't understand mothers like this. Mine, as soon as she could get rid of me legally, she was like, get the out of here. Train's about to pull up. I'll text you later. Okay, I love you. XXX. Are those hugs? They must be hugs. The X must be arms. I wouldn't know. Love you too. Am I trauma dumping?
To the voices
days go by.
They tell me of the choices and the types I have in store. Every antique has a secret, every trinket has a tale. Every
oh wow.
has a story.
We get an anime intro. This is crazy. Oh wow. That's a beautiful woman.
Can't shake off this feeling, a sweet mystery, like all the snowy
that could be close enough to Dabby. I mean, it's not super close, but and she cute. She cute. Look, I gotta type, and apparently it's villains. That's a pretty door. Okay, I did not take my medication today, and I'm stupid. Look, I can't sugarcoat it. I was gonna be like, my brain is I'm dumb. I tried playing a puzzle game earlier, and I'm real stupid. I'm hella dumb today. Sage Marigold. Sage is a beautiful name, don't get me wrong, but Sage Marigold? 2 plants? That's... Sage and Jade are 2 green colors. The air was chilly as you stepped out of your train and onto the platform, if you could even call it that. What do you mean by that? It seemed more like a graveyard than any of the train platforms you'd ever frequented back in the city. No matter the hour, they would be completely packed with people coming and going, rushing for reasons you could never quite understand. For reasons they may never understand either. What? This platform was completely empty. No one waited to get on, and you were the only person who got off. Isn't that always how it goes? Where chatter would usually greet you, all that you heard on this quiet platform in the middle of the countryside was the sound of the wind rustling the trees and the chirping of crickets hidden amongst the weeds. Welcome to your new home, Shade. Chirp back. I don't know how you chirp like a cricket, but I'm gonna do it. With more effort than you'd be willing to admit to, you attempted to chirp back, but found that the sound was actually harder than you expected. More practice would be required. Gathering up your belongings, which you brought only a few of. That's not like me. When I went off to school, they said I could bring 2 travel bags. I got the big travel bags. I filled those suckers packed so full, I could barely carry them. I was limping. The bus driver barely let me on with those. They tried telling me no at first, but I was like, the pamphlet said I could. And they gave me a look that said, I don't want to fucking deal with this, and then they just let me shove it in. You quickly found your aunt's letter once again. I'm not sure what the weather has to do with it. It's supposed to be a pretty small town. I'm sure I'll find it. I am so bad with directions. I'm really good at finding my way back from somewhere I've been, but trying to find my way from someone telling me where something is, I can't find anything. From the way your aunt has described the quaint countryside town of Willowmist, you had expected 2 shacks and a farm if you were lucky. Instead, upon taking a left when you exited the station, you found yourself in a town center that was significantly more vast than you first imagined. This avatar person is so pretty, so pretty. And like, weirdly, like, really distinctive. You know how they just like usually blot like such a blot, like looks like everybody, like insert yourself in here. Really unique looking person. I really like it. You smiled as you pulled your suitcase up a small flight of stairs, eyes searching around the beautiful facades and rural landscape. Music drifted out from somewhere unseen. It seemed almost like the sound of change, of newfound freedom. A few people passed you as you continued onwards, though for the most part, you had the street to yourself. Even that was strangely foreign to you. Where you grew up, there were always people around, no matter the hour. You took a deep breath into your lungs. The air was cool and fresh. The scent of flowers drifted towards you as the wind picked up, changing course. So, right now? You glanced to the right and found a street there that ran away from the town center. What did she write? Turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps, then close my eyes and turn around again. She could have just sent me the address. With half a chuckle, half sigh, you turned around and began walking backwards, hoping you wouldn't crash into anyone, though the chances of that seemed slim at this time of night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly you closed your eyes, removing sight from the equation, then spun back around and opened them back up. And sitting before you was a quaint little store with green paneling and a sloped roof, and a metal sign hanging above the door. It read, "The Willowmist Emporium of Antiquities and Curiosities." There you are. I've been looking for you. You're even prettier than my aunt said. You reached down and searched under the doormat and quickly found the key that your aunt left for you. Its brass surface was marked with blemishes that all seemed to say how well loved this building was. The key turned in the lock soundlessly as you pushed the door open. Oh, this is cool. Tables upon tables of antiques and knickknacks greeted you. A dozen different lampshades and chandeliers hung from the ceiling, lighting up the space. Okay, I can kind of see that. Wow. She sure has put together an interesting collection. Is collection the right word? It looks a bit too chaotic for that. Potted plants dotted the room, bringing a bit of life to the otherwise still space. Carefully, you put your luggage to the side, cautious of knocking over anything and causing what would be the worst game of dominoes ever. And then you walked through the aisles, if they could be called that, and inspected the store. You've never visited Willowmist before, nor seen any photos of it, yet somehow you felt a strange sense of familiarity. It made you feel at ease, despite being far away from your home for the first time in your life. You dropped everything to come here. You quit your casual job. They were hardly giving you hours anyway, only a week ago. You didn't renew your lease. Fortunately, the timing worked out well since it was coming to an end regardless. Friends back home only found out about your temporary move a few days before your train left. Honestly, though, you weren't that close to anyone. You don't have to call me out like that. It always felt like the friends you kept around you had other friends they would have preferred spending time with. That seemed to happen as you got older, the natural drifting apart of people who you once clung to like your life depended on it. You needed a change. So here you were in the middle of the countryside town of Willowmist, surrounded by rolling hills and mountain ranges like you'd never seen before. Oh! You a vampire? What are with your fangs? I like your hair and your little moles, though. Oh. Jesus Christ! Who the... I'm not sure, which of us is saying what? Whatever the man was carrying in a box a moment ago was now sprawled out over the floor, dropped in surprise. With mouth agape, he stared at you, still grasping for words. Listen, if you wanted to rob the store, you could have done it before I got here. Common courtesy and all that. If I was going to rob a store, it wouldn't be this dump. Hey! This is a nice store, don't call it a dump! Maybe you are, Dabby, I don't know. Hey, my aunt probably put a lot of work into this dump. Wait, forget about that. Why would I be the one robbing the store? I was here first. If anyone was gonna be robbing it, it'd be you. Oh, don't be a brat. Don't be a brat to me. Don't. I didn't see you when I came in. I was in the storeroom. Can you prove it? Why should I be the one to prove it? You're the one who just waltzed in here. The man sighed, the most tired, exasperated sigh you'd ever heard, and the eye bags under his eyes seemed to give away who he was. All right, you're Florian, aren't you? Florian... I'm sorry, I'm not into that name. It sounds like you're trying to say like Florida man. I'm not into it. Unfortunately. And you must be Jade. The last time I checked, yeah. Why are you here so late? 'Cause that's when my train came, bitch! It was the only train coming into town today. Didn't my aunt tell you I was coming? The same way she tells me anything. Vaguely. Didn't even know what you looked like. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Then we're even. God, you're exactly like your aunt. Great. I'll take that as a compliment? You shouldn't. That's true. You got me there. What are you doing here so late, by the way? Does my aunt really make you do this much overtime? No. I was just neatening up before you arrived. You just said you didn't know when I was getting here. What can I say? I have an amazing work ethic or something. You're suspicious as hell, but I respect it. Still, you should get some sleep. You look tired. Did she at least tell you about the living accommodations? Nope, she doesn't really give me details, as I'm quickly becoming aware of. Nope, she doesn't really give details, as I'm quickly becoming aware of. No shit. She really just left all this crap to me. I ought to quit, that'd teach her. But what would I do without you? We don't know each other and we're not friends. You'd be fine. Then how about we be friends? I'm good. You can sleep upstairs, but it's a mess. Sylvie isn't known for her neatness. A mess is fine. I'm sure I'll fit right in. Is this a dorm type situation? What is going on here? What are you talking about? Whatever, get some sleep or don't. I'll be working a bit longer. Do you need some help? From someone who looks like they don't know which side of a mop to hold? Nah. Bruh, I mop! I mop all the time! I mop every day! Every day I mop! Don't talk to me about mopping, bruh! Bitch! It's the side with the sponge, right? Most mops don't have sponges. Flippy floppy dreads. Rags. I'm kidding, it's a joke. I know how to use a mop. You've probably been traveling all day, just sleep. You almost sound like you care. I don't. I guess Sylvie didn't tell you anything about actually running the store either? Nope, she said you'd teach me. Oh, Sylvie is my aunt. That's right. Okay, so there's no one upstairs waiting for me. Like I'm some expert, I just wash the floors. Fine, I'll try to help tomorrow afternoon. Not in the morning? I don't do mornings. Bitch, neither do I. Gathering up your luggage, you stared up the staircase. Get some sleep soon, alright? Don't stick around too much longer, alright? Get some sleep. Yeah, sure. Without another glance in your direction, Florian collected his dropped box, then went back into the storage room. One step at a time, you dragged your suitcase up the stairs and into your new home for the next 3 months. Your aunt's upstairs apartment felt almost like a continuation. Oh, look at all the cute plants! That's nice. God, that's an old TV, though. But all the plants are really nice. Like a quilt stitched together with mismatched memories. A half-read book with reading glasses resting atop the pages sat on the worn armchair. Tangled yarn as soft as clouds and as bright as spring blooms spilled from a basket. The table was set and waiting for you, expecting your company. It was almost like time was paused here, in a place where vintage clocks softly ticked in unison, mismatched mugs, ooh, excuse me, rested in cozy clusters, and the air smelled ever so faintly of lavender and old books. Gross, I hate lavender. And that wasn't to mention the abundance of potted plants that filled the room. It was as if a forest had crept in and decided to stay. You placed down your bags and grinned like a child who had just found a new secret hiding spot. The weight of the world and all your previous worries seemed to melt away, even just a little bit. This was going to be a fun 3 months, you could already tell. Unpacking could wait for tomorrow. For now, you unzipped your suitcase and pulled out your pajamas, then got changed and settled into bed. The sheets were crisp and white, the pillows fluffed, and gentle atmosphere of Willowmist slowly began to help you drift off to sleep. As you lay there, surrounded by the scent of linen not your own, you swore for a moment you could feel someone watching you. But then you fell into a deep sleep, none the wiser. Don't come upstairs and look at me! No one said you could do that. You stay down there and you move those boxes. Don't you watch me sleep? Tuesday, in it. When your eyes fluttered open the next morning, a small amount of panic settled in your stomach. This wasn't your apartment. You're trying to tell me these are our pajamas? Did we borrow these from Sylvie? Why are we wearing old lady flannel night dress jammy jams? Right, Willowmist, Aunt's place, not back home anymore. That'll probably take a bit of getting used to. You looked out the window where you could see sunlight cascading in from between the outstretched arms of trees. It still looked to be early, which was good. You wanted a chance to look around the store before Florian got back. Maybe you'd even be able to impress him? That seemed like a big maybe. You weren't sure, but he seemed like the difficult to impress type of guy. Well, you did like a challenge. You quickly dressed, then raided the kitchen for breakfast, which you found half-stocked with food. Your aunt left some fresh vegetables and fruits, and a few microwavable meals they'd have to do for now. You'd find the grocery store another day, hopefully. With the pear half-eaten in your hand, you made your way back downstairs. The store had a different vibe during the day. It seemed almost whimsical, like the collection of some peculiar witch who decided a hoard of lampshades was better than herbs. You once again walked between the tables, noting that despite the clutter, everything was dust-free. Dust-free! Florian wasn't lying about cleaning, at the very least. Cool. Walking up to the counter, you noticed a distinct lack of technology. There was no computer or electronic cash register there. only an old till that seemed to be an antique itself. All of the accounts looked to be handwritten in a journal that sat upright in a book stand next to it. Either your aunt had a fantastic accountant or was committing tax fraud, or maybe both. Still, the lack of anything electronic didn't surprise you. Since you were a child, she'd always wrote you letters rather than email or text. She was a little old school, but that didn't bother you. If anything, receiving a handwritten letter was exciting to you. You didn't know anyone else growing up who got letters. Except for people getting bills, but no one liked those letters. You understood that greatly now. Standing behind the counter and looking towards the shop, you felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. This was your aunt's treasure, and she was leaving it to you. Well, for a few months, but that was besides the point. Alongside that sense of purpose was a small yet persistent reminder of just how insane this was. Dropping everything to move to a town you'd never even visited because of your aunt who hadn't seen since childhood was exciting. Most exciting choice of your life. You needed something like this, a chance to get to know who you really were. It was a knock at the door that pulled you out of your introspection. A very neat, crisp knock, if a knock could be neat and crisp. You could see a tall shadow on the other side of the door, but no details apart from that. Florian? You opened the door wide, curiously peering at the stranger on the other side, who looked you up and down, looked at his watch, then shook his head and walked past you into the store. Hello? Sir? I'm being respectful. I'm looking respectfully. Well, I hope you're not about to tell me you're Florian. That will make last night very strange for me. Florian? No, I'm not Mr. Westbrook. I apologize if that disappoints. The mystery man put down his briefcase on the counter, then began pulling out paperwork and pens from within it. I'm not sure I've ever met a man that's actually used a briefcase before. I kinda dig it. I suppose I'll just have to wonder endlessly who exactly you are then. I do appreciate a mystery as much as the next person, but... Right. It would be unlike Miss Marigold to leave you with any kind of instructions. I appreciate that face. He quickly pulled a business card out of his pocket. Emmett Finch, independent accountant at Finch Advisory. Oh, you know someone's important when their name is part of the business. Maybe we ought to rebrand the store to the Jade Emporium. Girl, you working here part-time, okay? You're not even taking over. You here for 3 months. 3 months. That's a quarter of a year. You need to calm down. Emmett, you must be Jade. I'll admit, I have heard very little of you, so we're starting out on equal footing. In short, I'm your aunt's financial partner, her accountant, and now, by extension, yours for the time being. We have a lot to discuss regarding accounts, cash flow, and taxes. Taxes. Such exciting topics for Tuesday morning. You watched as he pushed up his glasses, then nodded. Any time is the perfect time to talk numbers. I appreciate working with someone like-minded in that regard. What experience do you have running a business? I had a lemonade stand once. Oh, plenty. There's a summer where I had a lemonade stand outside my house, though I don't remember paying any taxes on that. Don't tell, alright? Why did I know he wasn't gonna like that? Any actual experience? Like, with a proper business? Yes. No. Understood. Seems my role will be a little more hands-on than in previous months. I will bill Miss Marigold for the extra time. We need to get you up on speed. That sounds expensive. All good things in life are. No. No. No, 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 no. No. Going to the beach? Free. Going to the river? Free. Just going outside and hanging out? That's free. Home cooked meal? Not very expensive. Okay. Sure, the better food is more expensive, and it's good. But It's not all the good things. It's not all the good things. That you little bit of a stink. Quietly, you watch him shuffle through his paperwork before pulling out one specific sheet of paper. I'll be frank with you. Then I'll be Tony. Miss Marigold's accounts are dire. Despite my protests, she makes little effort to remedy that fact. Sometimes I wonder whether she truly desires to own a business or not. Why are you getting into that with me? I'm just here temporarily to watch the stuff. Why are you even here talking to me? Now that I think about it, Frank, man to man, Tony's not here to get into the books with you. How am I gonna save this business? What business is it of mine? I should be making pizza. Quite frankly, Frank. Wow, thanks for the overwhelming support. With you on my side, I know I'm gonna knock it out of the park. What are you talking about? I'm supporting you. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I'm just not in the habit of giving false promises. At the very least, we will aim for Miss Marigold to not return to bankruptcy. Bankruptcy? Sounds like a plan to me. I stopped by to have you sign a few forms, though only temporary. I like to keep my affairs in order. Sign here, please. One by one, you signed each and every form Emmett handed to you, and boy, there were a lot of forms. Again, why am I signing forms? I have nothing to do with any of their accounts. Are you really in business? Great, my hand's starting to ache. Stay strong, Jade, you can do this. I wonder what this guy's deal is anyway. He must be a local, right? Maybe this would be a good chance to try to make a friend. While you're here, can I ask you a few questions? Be my guest. I have a little extra time before my next appointment. Is there anything fun to do around town when you're not working? Apart from doing taxes, that is. That depends on what you find fun. If you mean theme parks and musicals, then you're out of luck. If you enjoy hiking, dining, or live music, then there's plenty of that. I'm down to try new things. I wish you all the luck trying them on your own time. Okay. 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 Alright. You're a little stinky. You know what? You look like you would wear cologne, but you know what? I find a little stink. I find a little stink. You live here? Yes, my practice is located close to here. You'll find my address on the business card I gave you. You always lived here if you happened upon another wayward wanderer like myself. I formed my practice here, yes. I mean, you personally, not your practice. I don't see that makes any difference. How long you worked with my aunt? It's been, he digs through his briefcase, nodding as his eyes scan various documents. A year now. Give or take a few weeks. How has it been? Satisfactory. Miss Marigold has had her accounts sorted and I've been paid, so I believe that counts as a success. And how has she been to work with? Why do you ask? I haven't seen my aunt since I was a child. I was just wondering what she's like these days. She is fine enough to work with, very memorable. That is all I will say on the matter. Emmett looked down at his watch before setting his eyes on the door. I'll stop by in a few days to go over paying your bills and keeping the lights on. Until then, keep your accounting in the journal at the counter, and I will assess it when I return. I'll try my best. Apologies if they're not quite up to standard, but I'll have Florian here to help me, hopefully. Actually, are there any good breakfast places around here? My aunt left a few things, but I'd kill for a nice breakfast while I'm waiting. There's quite a few decent establishments. You know what? Maybe I should give you a robot voice. You might be a robot. Do you need a robot voice? Well, are you hungry? We could grab a bite and have a mini tour of the town if you were up for it. You killed it, Jay. There's no way he can turn you down now. Emmett adjusted his glasses again. His expression impassive. Unfortunately, I'll have to pass. I'm paid for doing accounting, not for eating breakfast and tours. Have a good day, Miss Marigold. That guy's definitely AI. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shoulder. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all of this. And he said no to breakfast. That guy's AI. That guy's a robot AI. He's definitely nothing downstairs. Definitely not. Even if he were gay, he would have at least been into breakfast. Would have been like, breakfast, brunch? That sounds lovely. That sounds That sounds nice. I could have a quick bite. No. I refuse. I refuse to believe that man is not a bot. It's a damn clanker that I just ran into. I'm paid for doing accounting, not eating breakfast and tours. That's a clanker. So cold. It's because his heart is made of Durasteel! Aren't people from the countryside meant to be super welcoming? Meeting Florian and Emmett seems a little harsh. He spun back around to the doorway after hearing the bells, but found no one there. Strange. Are they really short? Like Punch Up? Is Punch Up in the shop? With a shrug, you found yourself turning back towards the store. It would still be a few hours until Florian turned up, so you decided you might as well familiarize yourself with the items around the store while you waited. Are there any minigames? This is so much reading. Is it only reading? You were surprised to find that a couple of hours barely scratched the surface when it came to inspecting the show floor. There was just so much stuff. And forget the amount of stuff. Absolutely nothing had a price on it. I hate that. Even digging through the paperwork at the counter, you couldn't find any notes about inventory or pricing. I literally will just like leave a store if nothing has a price on it. Cause like I'm an introvert, so if I find something that I kind of want to buy, but if I have to talk to somebody to see how much something is, I'll just leave. Like I'll go. I'll be like, well, I guess I'll never know. And then I just go. Price your shit! You were massaging your temples in stress when you heard the door chimes ringing again. Who do you think you are, a K-pop star? Where are you dressed like that? Oh, is that because you're like a vampire? What is going on, Florian? Hi. Wow, he really doesn't want to get sunburnt. I like the getup. I actually don't. I don't like your derpy little hat. I don't like your little fishing hat. And I don't like your weird little sweater vest. Thanks. I don't like the sun. Neither do I, but I still look a little bit cuter when I go out in it. I can see that much. Did you manage to get some sleep? I guess. Normally, if you don't like the sun, you wear like a little hoodie. Like a cute little hoodie, you know? Are you going to ask me how I slept? If I have to. How long do you have to know somebody before you start smacking some sense into them? And if I say you did, how did you sleep? You couldn't sound less interested. Funny that. Well, I'll pretend you actually care then. Surprisingly, I slept really well. The bed was super comfortable. Weird though, I feel like someone was watching me, so you think I wouldn't? How fascinating. I'm happy for you, really. Do you look better? I don't even know. With a sigh, you watched Florian drop his satchel bag behind the counter before removing his various mismatched accessories. I don't suppose you worked out how to run the place while I was gone? Do you really think my aunt would make it so easy? She never does. Fine, I'll explain, but I'm only going to do this once. If you don't pay attention, I'm not repeating myself. Don't worry, I'm listening. Don't worry, I'll pay attention. I'm a good listener when I want to be. He shrugged at that. I don't care if you listen or not, I just don't want to explain it again if you don't. We buy things for cheap, then sell them for more. That's pretty much the gist of it. And? And what? That's all you're gonna tell me? I already figured that, you stupid piece of... What else to tell you? That's how it works. I know how stores run, Florian. Then why am I bothering to explain it to you? I'm going to start... I can use my words. I can use my words. I don't have to start beating on a man I've just met. It's fine. You gotta give me more details than that, or I'll run this place into the ground. Guess I do need this job. Fine. Buy stuff, sell it for more. Also, keep it clean or no one will want to come in. Right now, we're pretty much out of rubbish to sell, minus a few things I put behind the counter. There's literally shit everywhere. There's a giant angel behind you. What? I thought you were going to listen to me? How can we nearly be out of things to sell? There's stuff everywhere. You watched him as he looked around the room, then shrugged. They're just your aunt's decorations. All of that is decoration? I guess. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just help out. That's crazy. How does anyone know what's for sale and what's decoration? I don't know. Fine. It's all just for looks. I can deal with that. How much do I sell things for then? Whatever you want to sell them for. How would I know? I'm not an antique salesman. You better become one quick then if you don't want to go broke. God, what have I gotten myself into? A mess? I wouldn't take your job if my life depended on it. Just keep track of how much you buy shit for in that journal on the counter. You should be able to eyeball how much things are worth, but you'll get better as you go. Probably. You can probably just adjust the price later if shit's not selling. Doesn't really matter. Let me see what we've got then. Checking behind the counter, you noticed a handful of small knickknacks. They weren't much compared to the rest of your aunt's decorations, but they'd have to do. Alright, well, now what? You're the boss. I like the sound of that. Are you gonna call me Boss Jade? If I really have to talk to you, I'll probably just call you Jade. I think you should call me boss. I think you should call me boss or mistress or your highness. Something along those lines should work better for you and your mouth. Wow, if you have to talk to me, you just shrugged. Fine, it's probably for the best anyway. You wouldn't want all this power to go to my head. He shrugged again, then found a broom and began to sweep up the already clean floor. Is that all you do? Is that literally all you do? You just clean? You just clean? There were already a few people hanging around outside. If they're waiting to talk to you. There were already a few people hanging around outside like they're waiting to talk to you or something. You're not a celebrity, are you? That's the last thing I could be bothered with. I could be. Why are you unsure about it? Maybe I'm some niche internet celebrity and I don't even know it. Probably not. You walked towards the door, then flipped over the sign to open. Outside, the afternoon sunlight filtered down like liquid gold, hitting the cobblestone just right. The trees swayed gently in the light breeze, and the cool air carried a faint scent of pine and distant baking from a kitchen unseen. Making me hungry. You breathed in deeply of that air for a moment, and it felt like an old friend stopping by to visit, warm, comfortable. Hey, Florian. Florian. Huh? Oh, right. I forgot you were there. Wishful thinking, I guess. You're gonna get your ass beat. I'm going to speak to you so much you won't be able to forget me next time. Right. You want me to call you your... Have you ever felt like you were being watched around the store, by the way? Watched? You're watching me right now. Does that count? No, I mean, well, it does, but not in this case. I mean, watched when no one else is around? Not really. Not any more than is normal, I guess. There's a normal amount of feeling like you're being watched? In this town? Yeah, probably. Huh. I was wondering something, by the way. Did you grow up here? Yeah. Never chose to leave town? Nah, nothing out there worth seeing. Have you never felt like being stuck in one place is like being in a cage? He paused at that, actually thinking. I guess the cage is pretty comfortable. I think that's why I came here, really. I wanted to help my aunt, of course, but the winds of change pulled me here. It pulls a lot of people here, I think. Really? Yeah. A lot of people who don't fit in anywhere else. Maybe that's why I'm here then. I doubt it. You look like you'd fit in just fine. You're muttering? Don't worry about it. You've got family, other than your aunt, I mean. My mom, but her and my aunt are a little estranged. They haven't spoken in years. I have no clue why. Huh. Usually people can't resist her. Oh, she's popular like that? What? No, I didn't mean... Do you have a crush on my aunt, Florian? No. It's, I haven't. Just plenty of people, but not me. I don't watch things she does. It's not like that, really. I mean that she has a pull to her. She's annoying and nosy and probing, but she has a way with people. You can't help but get along with her. You seem a lot like her. Big bazongas and little skin and hair. That sounds like a pretty big compliment coming from you. What about you anyway? Does your family live nearby? Maybe. They maybe live nearby? I don't see them anymore. Oh. Sorry for prying then. I prayed first. Your eyes found the doorway where a young girl of perhaps 14 or 15 stood, eyes on you curiously. You're not Granny Sylvie. Hi. Granny? She's not that old, is she? I don't know. She looks pretty old to me. I'm Jade. Granny Sylvie is my aunt. I'm just helping to run the place for a while. The girl studied you, crossing the room with a strange litheness to her movements. Standing before you like that, she leaned in close. Hi, I'm Vienna. Sometimes people call me Vivi. You look very interesting, you know. I like the way your nose joins your face, and your eyebrows are cool. A 14-year-old says that. Well, thanks. I like your eyes. Do you have heterochromia, or are they contacts? They've always been this way, ever since they were. Hey, you sell things, right? Pretty things, cool things. It's my mom's birthday tomorrow. She likes pretty and cool things. Since she's pretty and cool, can I buy something for her here? Why don't you have a look around and see if anything catches your eye? You have eye catchers here? I'll be careful then. Just like that, she left you standing there, slightly bewildered, while Florian had made his way away from the commotion. When his eyes met yours, he gave you a thumbs up and mouthed nice nose. Your hand went up to your nose. Really, it was a nice nose. Why, thank you. You walked behind the counter, then settled on a stool there while Vienna looked around the store. She examined things very curiously. Her fingers often just hovered over the surface of objects without touching them, as if she were somehow feeling their energy. When she did pick something up, she would turn it around and around in her hands, tilting her head this way and that to see every single angle. Her mismatched eyes narrowed as she was looking at a different puzzle. When she was really examining a teapot, she held it up to the sunlight despite the fact that it was opaque, like it would reveal something hidden that no one else had ever noticed. Then she put it back down, not exactly where it had been, but close enough that you didn't feel the need to correct her. The strangeness of it brought a smile to your face somehow. After a morning with Emmett and Florian, she was something fresh. Found anything? I can give you some suggestions too if you tell me about your mom. She's really good at finding things, not just keys or socks, but things you didn't know you lost, like hope or patience. Yeah, she's good at finding those. All moms find, like, everything. Oh, she laughs at colors too. Bright colors, happy ones. And her hands are always warm. That's interesting. I think maybe this? Girl, that's so ugly. Cool, I think she'll like this. She likes shells. They're so quiet. I bet it knows how to listen too. Thanks for your help. You're cool. I barely did anything, but you're welcome. Hey, if you ever need anything else, we'll be here. Thanks. I think I'll come back again, maybe on another day when the sun is shining. Or maybe not. Great. Get home safely, alright? And I hope your mom likes the gift. Vienna waved towards you, then headed out the door with her purchase in her arms. Congrats on your first sale and all that. I hope they're all that exciting. Do you know her? Do I look like I know every single person in town? Honestly, no. You look like someone who would go out of their way not to know everyone in town. Does she stop by the store often? Not that I've noticed, maybe once or twice, but I don't know. I'm usually in the storeroom. I can tell. You look like you need to get some more sunlight, mister. Some of us are just pale, and always pale. Sun does nothing but burn. No thanks, I burn easily. They sell things for that, you know? Sunscreen, aloe vera. Yes, and yet we still remain pale. Why do you care? I don't know. My aunt said to look after you. And if I said I've fallen hopelessly in love with you... I've known you for 2 seconds. I'm not gonna say something weird like that. My aunt said to look after you. She what? She said you don't get enough sleep, too. You should mind your own business, you too. Yeah, I will. The bell chiming for the second time that afternoon drew you both away from your conversation, and Florian used it as a chance to retreat back into the supposed storeroom. Why do you look like the father of someone from like a romance book cover? Beautiful Sylvie, apple of my eye, belle of my heart, would you do me the greatest honor of man before you wore his long wild hair back in a loose ponytail and his shirt perhaps one button too far undone, depending on who you asked. He was down on one knee as if about to serenade you with the world's most beautiful poetry. Or ask you to marry him. You are not Sylvie. I see, though, I can sense her genes a mile away. You must be Jade. You watched him spring to his feet. He was certainly far more sprightly than he looked, and walked forward to put a hand on your shoulder. I've heard so much about you, and even that is not enough. He reached out to shake your hand smoothly, his energy contagious. I'm sorry, I'd love to return the favor, but you are... Ah, so the lovely owner of this store hasn't yet had the chance to mention me. That sounds just like our Sylvie. Quinn Bakerland, at your service, occasional poet, but full-time chef. Dang. Our aunt is good. And you and my aunt are... No, you misunderstand, Is she the most beautiful woman to ever grace this town? Yes, of course. Does my heart become a flutter when she walks into the room? Certainly, without a doubt. Do I near fall to my knees each time she speaks my name? That should be obvious. Where was I? Your relationship to my aunt? Right. Yes, we are dear friends. Right, friends. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Bakerland. Please call me Quinn. Family to Sylvie is family to me. Quinn, then. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but my aunt is actually out of town for the next few months. I'm just here helping while she's away. My heart shatters into a million pieces once more. But that is hardly your fault. I should not ruin such a monumentous occasion. I've never met any of Sylvie's family. You must be very special indeed. I wouldn't say that. My grandparents have passed away and my mother and aunt are estranged. I'm really the only other family she has. And I can tell you are special to her. You would not be here if you were not. What did you want my aunt to have the honor of then? This is most fortuitous. There is no one that could take our lovely Sylvie's place but you, of course. Are you fond of fine meals, beautiful atmospheres, and live music? Yes, and yes. Divine! I have a restaurant just off the main street. I have just created a new dish. I call it my Crimson Risotto. That sounds bad. Roasted beets, rich vegetable broth, a swirl of cream, and topped off with mushrooms. Ah, my mouth salivates at the thought. Beets? My mouth does not salivate. Please, would you do me the honor of sampling my new dish? Who am I to turn down a meal? Delightful! Ah, but I need some time to prepare. Tomorrow night I will astonish you with the finest food in Willowmist or beyond. And before I forget, welcome to town, Jade. There is no other place like it. You'll be calling it home before you even realize it. Thanks, Gwen. I appreciate the warm welcome. And warmer it will get once you taste my cooking. I must depart immediately to prepare. Please wait tomorrow evening with as much anticipation as you would give your birthday. Okay, dude. With the heartiest laugh, you've ever heard, Quinn left the store with a grin that nearly went from ear to ear. He flipped the sign on the door over to closed as Florian re-entered the room. We sold a shell necklace. You miss all the fun, stayed holed up in the storeroom. I don't really care, I prefer it that way. He's right, you know. So antisocial. Well, I guess I can understand it in a way. Well, you do you. I'm gonna go upstairs and start unpacking. You don't have to stick around all night, you know. It's fine. I start late, then I stay late. Why not just start earlier then? I just prefer it this way, it's quieter. Well, alright, I don't mind really. Get home safely, okay? Sure, maybe. Leaving Florian to his work, you headed back upstairs. Piece by piece, you unpacked your belongings slowly. It wouldn't do you any good to spend the next 3 months living out of your suitcase. If you were going to live here, you were going to do it right. The soft glow of the full moon was already casting its silvery light through your room. In the distance, you could see the mountains that loomed like gentle giants, their peaks softened by a veil of mist that curled around them in dreamlike patterns. Here there, you could see faint trails of smoke rising from chimneys, lazily into the sky, but mostly everything outside was still. He turned away from the window, suddenly feeling that familiar feeling of being watched again. In the corner of the room, you saw it. That's a person. A person perhaps, floating a foot off the ground, head tilted to the side, as if it were too heavy to carry, staring at you with wide eyes. What in the ever-loving hell is... Your time is near. You can't hide from me any longer. The pair of glasses in your hand instantly fell from your grip, smashing on the wooden floor. Shards went in every direction. Ah, shit. Your eyes snapped back up in search of the person, but found the space she had occupied now empty. Am I not getting enough sleep or something? You knelt down, inspecting the damage. One glass had survived, luckily, so you collected that quickly and put it aside. The other one hadn't fared so well, though. Was mostly in large pieces. Grimacing, you slowly picked up and disposed of each piece. Ouch. Just your luck, the final one was the one that cut you. You quickly disposed of it and cleaned your wound, but couldn't find a first aid kit anywhere in the room. Maybe there's one downstairs in the storeroom. Remember how I was saying Florian is a vampire? Florian, are you still here? I could kind of use your help if you are. What is it? I'm not paid to help you with personal stuff, you know. He walked out from the storeroom, arms crossed. Something really weird just happened. I swear I saw someone in my room. She spoke to me. Then I kind of dropped a glass and got a cut. It's not that bad, but I could use a band-aid if we have any. All the color dropped out of Florian's face in a moment. He stared at you with wide open eyes, mouth open slightly, yet no words escaped. You're... It's not that bad, is it? He almost looked like he was going to be sick as he charged out the front door, leaving you staring out towards him in disbelief. Wait, Florian? Tiny drop of blood dripped to the ground. I guess I'll find it myself? Didn't take you long to find the first aid kit. Your aunt had decided to forgo the usual plastic box with a cross on it and instead had picked out an old wooden chest. Let's look for Florian. I don't think this ghost thing is going to be around anyway. And I kind of like Florian, even though he pisses me off. You opened the door and poked your head out, searching the mostly darkened streets for Florian's figure. No matter where you looked, though, you couldn't see him. It seemed he didn't just step outside, he was gone. Didn't mean to upset him. I'll have to apologize tomorrow. Giving up for the night, you headed back upstairs and into your room, then settled into bed. Just like that, you fell asleep surrounded once again by the unfamiliar scent of the store. Your eyes shot open to the sound of someone banging downstairs. 6:04 a.m. Not Florian then. I'm getting up. My lady, I humbly kneel before you as both protector and servant. From this day forth, my life is yours to command. I, Dame Lucille de Rosario, of the Order of the Crown, do hereby swear an oath upon my honor and my blade. No harm shall come to you while yet I draw breath. Your enemies shall be mine, your struggles mine to shoulder. Girl, what? What the hell? The mysterious knight lifted her head, looking directly towards you, you thought. It was hard to tell with the whole helmet thing going on. Even if it shall cost me my life, I shall stand by your side. I ask nothing in return but the chance to serve a worthy cause. By my oath, I shall be steadfast shield and your loyal sword. Honor and stuff is great, but it's 6 in the morning. Honor and servitude know no time limit, my lady. The suit of armor rises, straightening out to stand taller than you. I think I might still be a little confused. I understand trust does not come easily. Please rest easy, my lady, for I shall prove myself worthy of your trust. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, please, just call me Jade. I'm afraid I cannot, my lady, for that would be improper. Please. If you wish it, then I will make it so, Jade. Thank God. Keep calling me my lady, and it's going to awaken something in me. Okay, good. Now, what's with the whole get-up? Get-up? The armor? My deepest apologies. It was not my intent to arrive here underdressed. I beg your forgiveness. What do you mean, underdressed? You're in a full suit of armor. This is hardly more than ceremonial. Lady Sylvie gifted it to me as a gesture of goodwill, and I wear it with pride. Alas, it is ill-suited for the trials of battle. A fine display, to be sure, yet lacking the weight and reinforcement required of true combat gear. Lady Sylvie deemed my true armor too imposing for daily wear. Intimidating, I believe she said. Rest assured, should the need for battle arise, I shall be ready. The armor gifted by Lady Sylvie shall shine with splendor, but my true steel lies close at hand, prepared to serve. You know my aunt? One moment. The knight tilted her head slightly, then reached up to pull the helmet free from her head. For a moment, her face was obscured by the shadow of the morning light, but then she shook her head. Okay, why is everybody so hot? You watched on in amazement as waist-long hair tumbled free in soft waves, brushing over the polished shoulders of her armor, framing a serene, resolute face. Her eyes met yours, clear and steady. Holy shit, where did all that hair come from? I feel like there's so much to unpack here. Please forgive the dramatic display, Jade. Helmets do little to flatter, but duty requires practicality, even at the cost of appearance. To answer your previous question, before making your acquaintance, I was in service to Lady Sylvie. With your arrival, it passes on to you. Do not fret. I will not stand in your way. You will hardly know I am here, but while you are in this town, I will protect you and the store with my life. I'm not totally sure that will be necessary, but thank you. I am but a humble servant. Your thanks is kind, though unnecessary. Why I kinda like her, though? If I was a character, honestly, I would kinda be her, sort of. We look a little alike, if I'm honest with you. But why I kinda wanna smash? Why I kinda wanna smash that lady, though? Does this mean I'm a narcissist? I don't... He watches Lucille, now helmetless, takes her place beside the doorway, sword strapped to her hip. I just like strong women. I must also beg your forgiveness for not being present upon your arrival. I've had troubles with one of the contraptions at my place of living, what Lady Sylvie calls my apartment. A contraption? Yes, a magical device that produces water, as if from air. I believe a curse was put on it. The water began to flood as far as the eye could see. Fortunately, a sorcerer removed the curse, and now it works as intended. Does she mean her sink broke? So, okay. You work with my aunt, but your sink broke yesterday, so you couldn't come to greet me? That is correct indeed. So, you live nearby? Yes, though I'm not originally from this town. Oh, me either. We have something in common. I hail from the kingdom of Valnade, which is once present in these lands. Never mind. I see that you are still in your night clothes. Do you require help in dressing? Uh-huh. Are you offering to undress me right now? I believe that getting dressed requires one to first be undressed, yes? You need not question my intentions. They are entirely pure. I wish only to serve. It's too early for this. I think I'll be okay. I'll go get dressed and come back in a minute. Please take all the time you need, my Jade. I will guard the store in your absence. Okay, girl. Lucille took her helmet back from where she'd put it aside and then slid it back into place. There's no way she just slid it back into place. She had to take her hair and just go twirl it all up, stick it back up on there, and then slid it back into place. There's someone claiming to be a knight standing in my store, and for some reason I feel like the strange one right now. You headed back upstairs. Lucille still stood by the door, posture perfect. She almost looked like one of the antiques on display. How's keeping order going? Well, Jade, no one intruded on your establishment while we were absent. I remain vigilant. Thanks, Lucille. Keep up the good work. I guess I'll just get to it. Let's see what to do today. Pricing items. Okay. It told me about pricing and then it just went away. It's time for a fresh start. Bills. Drag and drop items under your schedule. Man the counter. Clean the store. He cleans the store in the afternoon, so I'm guessing that's what we do. To my dear Quinn. I'm writing this with ink far too smudgy for my taste on paper that deserves better than my restless scratching, but perhaps it is fitting, for you are one of the few people I know who can take scraps and turn them into something whole. A half-empty cupboard becomes a feast, a half-thought phrase becomes poetry, a half-hearted day becomes bearable. I am leaving Willowmist for a time. Do not fret, it's not forever. You would, of course. You always worry more than you say. I will return. I always do. When I do, I hope you will forgive me for slipping away without saying goodbye. You deserve so much better than vanishing acts and riddles. I should have told you this in person. I nearly did, standing outside the silver oak with words right on the edge of my tongue, but I could not bring myself to, not because I do not trust you, but because I trust you too much. You would look at me with those foolishly kind eyes if yours had asked me to stay, and I might have. Yours always, Sylvie. Hadn't been sealed or delivered. Why did she hide it here? You're more complicated than I gave you credit for. Headed towards the door. So I guess we're going to give it to who it needs to go to, which is Quinn. Didn't take you long to spot Quinn a few tables down. He was moving gracefully between patrons, bouncing 3 plates at once, and a glass full of wine, and talking adamantly to his customers. Your eyes met, and nearly instantly he was by your side, face beaming. Ah, my newest and most radiant customer. No, my newest friend, my newest confidant, my newest partner in culinary crime. He swept into a dramatic bow, somehow, without spilling a drop of the wine he carried. His hair slipped forward over his shoulder like a curtain of dark silk. Tell me you are here to dine, to taste the wonders of my kitchen, to bask in the company of Willowmist's finest oak. Actually, I came because I found something of yours. Something of mine? You held out the envelope. Quinn's hand stilled before he reached for it. For a moment, the noise of the restaurant seemed to fade around him. He took the letter slowly, as though it might vanish if he moved too quickly. Sylvie's hand. His thumb brushed the edge of the letter, and he let out a small, shaky laugh that didn't quite reach his eyes. For me, she never gave this to me. His eyes scanned the first few lines, his smile faltered. Whatever flamboyant quip had been waiting on his tongue shriveled into silence. What is he so sad about? I mean, she's just saying what he already knew, that she's leaving for a time, that she'll be back. That she didn't want to tell him she was leaving because, you know, she didn't want him to tell her to stay. Like, what's so upsetting about that? I don't get it. Thank you, Jade, for bringing this to me. His voice caught and he cleared his throat, forcing a grin back onto his face. I owe you a meal, no arguments, the finest thing you've ever tasted, and then some considerate payment for your noble service as a courier. You don't have to, but I must. If I did not, the very foundations of the silver oak would crumble, and then where would Willowmist be? Hungry, despairing, devoid of risotto. The grin was convincing, but not quite enough to hide the heaviness in his eyes. Still, he clapped you warmly on the shoulder, his voice booming again to cover the crack in his armor. Did you know why she didn't give this to you? Well, I could guess, but Sylvia's always been a storm. You can predict the thunder, never the lightning. But enough of my melancholy. I will not let you carry my burdens when you already carry the store. No, this letter is a gift in its own way, a reminder that she thought of me, and for that my heart is lighter, not heavier. Now how about that meal, Another day. I'm actually meant to be minding the store. My deepest apologies for stealing you away for so long then. How terrible of me, terrible indeed. Have a lovely day, my dear, and thank you. I ranked up with you? With you? I can't sleep with you! Vintage stuffed rabbit. Well, that's adorable. No price. Christmas bells brooch. I don't give a shit about that. An owl plate. You stare. It stares back. Who will win the staring competition? We'll do that one for 40. This condition is just normal. We'll just try putting it for 600. 60. This one is also just normal. So if the condition is normal, maybe that is supposed to be around half. Since I don't like Christmas bells, I think they're stinky. I don't want these around, so we're gonna do these for 20. 22. There we go. 'Tis a much finer day with your company in it, Jade. Welcome. Christmas bells brooch could be the muse behind 1,000 recipes. I cannot resist. Consider it purchased with gratitude. Well, I did price it to buy. Just for you, sir. See you next time. Saw one customer today, but no one else is coming now. Okay, so I think I priced the other things too high. So things that are normal should definitely be half priced. Not sure if good should be about the same, but I think that maybe I priced them the same. Unless we only get one customer per day, I'm not sure. The door chimes rang as someone clad in protective gear once again entered the store. You look down at your watch, 11:58. Perfect time for a break. Morning. Sir Florian, one can hardly call it morning any longer. Do the morning sun's rays offend you so grievously you cannot bring yourself to join us until they have waned? Lucio crossed her arms, the distinct sound of metal scraping against metal. She looked menacing like that, with her helmet still on. Florian just shrugged. It didn't seem he found her menacing at all. Yeah, nice to see you too. I don't know why you're still acting all surprised. I've always started in the afternoon. Look at them both, covered from head to toe. A night rises with the dawn, ready to meet the day's challenges head on, yet you appear content to let half the battle pass you by. I'll leave the night shit for the night, if that's alright. Lucio placed her hands on her hips, tilting her helmet-covered head slightly as if considering him. Do you not feel some obligation to lend your strength to the morning's labors? The store requires diligence at all hours, not merely those convenient to you. Luckily you're here then. I don't do mornings. If Sylvie doesn't care, I don't know why you do. Very well. If your current arrangement serves the store well, I shall not press further. But do consider that your efforts, no matter the hour, reflect your honor and dedication to the establishment. I don't think mopping floors is all that honorable, but sure, whatever. Honor comes with every job, Sir Florian. Whether one wields a blade or arranges wares, it is the spirit in which the task is performed that matters most. Do carry on then, but know that the dawn is most inspiring sight should you ever choose to witness it. Yeah, I know, maybe one day. Good, I trust we shall work together most admirably today. When Lucille went back to standing by the door, you used the opportunity to catch Florian by the wrist and pull him aside. Florian? He pulled his wrist away from you, eyes on the ground. Alright, I forgot about last night. We'll cross that bridge when we've dealt with the elephant in the room. I'm guessing you've met Lucille before? Hard not to, seeing as she's always here. Maybe you can explain to me why there's someone in a full suit of armor in her store then, please? Trust me, that's not her full suit of armor. You should have seen her when she first turned up. Sylvie hired her a few months back. My aunt did? Yeah. That's what she takes in strays. We really don't need an armored guard for the antique store, but she got the job anyway. Guess it gives her something to do. Why does she think she's a knight? Because she is one, apparently. I don't know. She looks like a knight to me. How could she be a knight? She has a sword? Is it the only requirement for knighthood? Okay, fine, she has a sword. Can't argue that. Listen, about last night... Florian looked back to the ground again, avoiding eye contact for a few moments before sighing and looking back to you. I'm scared of blood. Huh? That's all it was. I was surprised. Sorry. You should have said something. I wasn't trying to scare you. No, forget that. I apologize. I should have dealt with it myself. Come here. Florian grabbed you by the wrist. It was a light touch. He was careful not to hurt you as he pulled you towards the counter. Then he left you for a moment before returning with the same first aid kit you used yesterday. Have you procured an injury, Sir Florian? Shall I fetch a physician? No, I've got it handled. I'm fine, Florian. It's a tiny cut. I already fixed it up. You're supposed to change it twice a day. I am? So it heals properly? Huh, I didn't know that. I guess I'll just sit down. He dug through the wooden box, pulling out some antiseptic and a new bandage. Girl, I thought you were afraid of blood. I mean, boy, I thought you were afraid of blood. You really don't need to. I should be able to do this much. I have to. Sylvie said I have to do shit like this. At that, you shut your mouth. Florian looked so serious in that moment, like this was about more than just a band-aid. He sat you down on the edge of the counter, then peeled away your old bandage after putting on a pair of disposable gloves. Florian grimaced, almost putting his nose up at the sight of your cut, which really wasn't too bad at all. Luckily, it also didn't hurt. He sat there quietly as he performed his tasks like a ritual, putting the antiseptic on your cut, which stung like a bitch, then covering it again with an adhesive bandage. Thanks, Florian. It's not a big deal. Then why does it feel like one? I really did see someone in my room last night. Whoever she was, she disappeared when I broke my glass. Well, I don't know, maybe the place is haunted. You think? Or maybe you just imagined it? Anyway, I gotta get to work. Right, yeah, work. Thanks again, Florian. You spend a couple of hours cleaning the store. By the end of it, you're happy with your efforts. Store cleanliness increased. All he does is clean the store. Why am I now cleaning the store? We don't both need to clean the store. That's too much cleaning the store. It's one store. Turn the sign to closed. Phew, another day down. It was pretty busy today. Again, we literally had one customer. What do you mean? Yeah, I guess some days are like that. Other days we're just twiddling our thumbs till we can go home. Frankly, it's more like that. Frankly, that's more like what I was expecting. I thought an antique store in the countryside would have a lot of activity. Would an antique store in the city have any more activity? Maybe. Antiques and thrifting and stuff are pretty popular these days. I always thought it was only old people who liked antiques. No, because to old people, antiques is just stuff that should be, like, really cheap because it's just stuff. What, you don't like them? Looks like a load of junk to me. Junk? You should not say such things, Sir Florian. I really wish you'd just call me Florian. Lady Sylvia spent her lifetime curating the collection of fascinating oddities. It would do you well to hold your tongue if only spirits It would do you well to hold your tongue if it only spits distaste. Oddities is one word for all this crap. I mean, you do you, but is there a reason you work here if you don't care about the store? I care about the store and the owner. I don't care about the antiques. Your aunt helped me through some shit, gave me this job when I had nowhere else to go. I appreciate that. Doesn't mean I have to be used to the lampshades and rusty axes. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of it being busy though, how do I go about finding more things to sell? We'll run out soon enough unless I start pillaging the decorations. I don't know, go steal from someone's trash can. Do I look like a raccoon to you? Do you really want me to answer that? I do not think you look like a raccoon, Jade. Perhaps you have more qualities similar to a red panda. Your red coat is divine. Thanks, Lucille. I'm glad someone here appreciates me. Your aunt had a few avenues for her junk, I think. I don't really know the specifics. She does have an attic filled with it, though. You can pick through that, might find something. Or you might find nothing, that seems more likely. Oh, an attic? Yeah, Sylvie's been meaning to sort it out for ages. If you get injured trying to work through the mess, it won't be my problem, though. I can dig out the key and show you tomorrow. Thanks, that sounds great. At that moment, your stomach let out a low grumble. Oh, right. Do you guys know Quinn? The chef guy? Yeah, I guess. You couldn't sound less interested. Florian rubbed at the back of his neck, looking away. He's nice or whatever, we just don't get along. I don't know, I guess we're too different of people or something. Sir Quinn is an excellent cook who makes feast fit for royalty. Lady Sylvie did well in seeking his companionship. Companionship. Interesting. He invited me to his restaurant to try a new recipe tonight. I nearly forgot about it. Well, have fun with that. Not even a little bit interested? I'm not hungry. I've got work to do anyway. What, sweeping the floors you've been sweeping all day? It'll be fun. For you, maybe. Anyway, bye. Have fun or whatever. At that, Florian left the room. Lucille? I would be honored, Jade. In truth, I had already considered offering to accompany you should you require a guardian for the evening. It is only fitting that I ensure your safety. Even over a meal. It's just dinner. I don't think I need a guard. Just a friend, if that's all right with you. A nice duty is not bound by circumstance, whether it be a dinner or a battle. I would gladly be your shield. But a friend, indeed, I would enjoy the company. She's so cute! Perfect. I still haven't managed to take a look around town, so having a guide will save me from getting too lost. We literally just went there. Sir Florian has not offered to show you around the settlement, truly? Well... Then please allow me to escort you through the town and show you its finest landmarks. No harm shall come to you while I am by your side. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's make a whole night of it. A night of it? I meant... Sure, a night of it. It is a brilliant night for a stroll, though the weather has begun to cool off. Remnants of autumn still remain. Leaves crunched under both your footfalls pleasantly, singing farewell to their passing season. So, Lucille, how long have you lived in Willowmist? I believe it has been around 3 months now, give or take. Well, that's very recent. What brought you to town? It is a long and peculiar tale, Jade, one I am not certain you will believe. But if you wish to hear it, I shall tell it true. This must be related to why she thinks she's a knight. I'd be happy to hear it. Very well. 3 months ago, I was not in Willowmist, in fact. I was not in this world at all, at least not as it is now. A hell from a long time past. An age of kings and castles, of honor and oaths, sworn beneath banners fluttering in the wind. He stared at her, still trying to gauge whether she was pulling her leg or not. But Lucille looked completely and utterly serious. I was engaged in a most dire battle, when the world itself seemed to shift beneath me. One moment I stood upon the battlefield, the next I woke amidst the unfamiliar sights and sounds of this town. I like to think I'm easygoing, but time travel is a lot to take in. I understand your doubt, and yet I have no reason to deceive you. This armor, these weapons, even my manner of speech, are relics of an age long forgotten. Surely you have noticed their antiquity. You're being serious, aren't you? I swear it upon my honor, when I arrived, I had no knowledge of this place or this time. The world I knew was gone, replaced by one of strange machines and customs. She can't seriously be telling the truth, right? A potential ghost in the store? Sure. Time-traveling knight? But I guess she really doesn't have a reason to lie to me. I'll just go along with it for now. That's kinda nuts, you know. Indeed, it is kinda nuts. How did you manage to adjust? That must have been a lot of change. With great difficulty, I assure you. Your aunt was the first to show me kindness. She took me in, clothed me, and taught me the ways of this new world. Were it not for her, I might have been lost entirely. For reasons I cannot explain, I feel as though I was meant to be here. Perhaps fate has purpose for me still. Damn, that's one way to think about it. You're strong, you know, that's stronger than me. I wish I could just go with the flow that easily. I am a knight, Jade. Adaptation and perseverance, as you put it, going with the flow, are very essence of survival. I have pledged my service to you, not only out of duty, but because in this unfamiliar land you have given me purpose, and for that I am grateful. Why do you think you are not strong, Jade? I have seen no reason for you to doubt yourself so. Strength is not measured solely by the swing of a blade or the weight of one's armor. It lies in the choices we make, the burdens we carry, and the resolve to continue forward when the path is uncertain. I suppose so. When did you become a knight, Lucille? I was 7 when I was sent to the local lord's castle to begin my training. 7? That's so young. I'm 26 now. I feel like I've done nothing with my life and fear that I would choose wrong. So much time has passed me by. I've seen my friends start families, get married, climb the career ladder. But I'm still the same as I was when I was 8... But I'm still the same as I was 8 years ago. Is that why you chose to come here? It felt like something I could do, a choice I could make. So I guess so? When I began my training as a squire, a trainer once said to me that there is no shame in fear, only surrendering to it. Your path forward may be unclear at times, but it is there all the same. Time spent on the journey is no waste. You have a way with words, you know that? Charm, you honor me with your words. I merely speak from the heart. If it brings you some degree of comfort, then that is well. See, you're still doing it. The way you speak is so romantic. Romantic? Romantic? I'm not sure how to explain it. You're just so effortlessly charming. I fear I've never thought myself of charming. From a young age, my instructors considered me too harsh of tongue. You? There's no way we're talking about the same Lucille. I only strive to be honest and sincere in my words and actions. Though if my manner of speaking pleases you, then I consider it a gift I am glad to share. Man. 5 minutes with you and even someone with a stone heart would fall in love. Fall for me? Surely you jest. I am merely a knight unaccustomed to such notions of romance. My duty is to protect and serve, not to inspire affection. Well, consider me inspired. You watch as Lucille blinked a few times in surprise, her usual steady composure faltering for just a moment. Your words are... Most gracious, Jade, you have my thanks. I fear I've spoken too much and nearly forgot the purpose of our excursion. This way, allow me to introduce you to the fine establishments of Willowmist. 2 of you side by side continued onwards through the town center. Behold the farmer's market. A grocery store? Yes, I believe that is what Lady Sylvie referred to it as. And here we have the local tailor. Maybe we could take a look together sometime. I would be honored. She led you onward, pausing briefly outside a plain brick building with a glowing green cross above the entrance. An apothecary, though I've yet to have need of their service. The potions they prepare must be most potent in this age, what with all the modern tools at their disposal. I'm not sure they use potions exactly, but medicine has probably come a long way. I can only imagine. I pray we do not have to find out anytime soon. Yeah, let's try to stay healthy for the next few months at least, alright? You have my word. Across the way. Now, Sir Quinn's dining establishment is just ahead. You came! Of course, how could I turn on the best chef in town? Brought a friend, I hope that's alright. The more the merrier when it comes to food, eh? Please, I reserved a table just for you. Sit, sit. Before you could even place a hand on your chair to pull it out, Lucille had already done it. Allow me to do that for you. You're so well-mannered, Lucille. The world would be a better place if we had more people like you. I only help where I can, Sir Quinn. So humble too. Please sit and enjoy the atmosphere. Deliciousness awaits. Oh, dang. You seem deep in thought, Jade. I heard my cat jump. Oh, my bad. I was just thinking about my aunt. My cat. I mean, my aunt. A fair topic to be consumed by. Your aunt is a wonderful woman. I could also be a wonderful woman. I'm almost jealous of you and Florian, you know? Jealous? You two honestly know her better than I do, and we know each other from... All we know each other from is letters. Even now, I haven't seen her in what, 21 years? That is indeed a long time to go without seeing one's family, yet you cannot deny the bond you shared through your letters. A connection nurtured by words alone is no less meaningful. Yeah, but it's different, isn't it? I know her as my quirky aunt from the countryside who likes herbs and crystals. You, this town, really know her. Everyone I've spoken to seems to look up to her. She is the best of Willowmist. I do not think it is an exaggeration to say that this town would not flourish as it does without her. Big shoes to fill. You needn't fill her shoes, only bring your own. Lucille leaned back in her chair, her eyes flickering away from you. Nevertheless, I understand the weight of time lost. Probably better than anyone. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize, although... Time, though it may slip through our fingers, grants us moments we have now, and it is what we choose to do with those moments that truly matters. Though I need not remind you, Lady Sylvie did not ask Florian or I to attend to her most prized possession while she was absent. She asked you. In truth, it is part of the reason I have so quickly trusted in you. Lady Sylvie herself believes in you. She could have at least left me some instructions if she believed in me so much. Forget talking about me. Anyway, I'm more interested in knowing about your knightness. Do you truly find it so interesting? I do. Can you really use that sword? The blade I carry? Indeed, it is the same one I used in the battles of my youth. Your youth hardly sounds like the right word. You look so young. Your words are most gracious, though I assure you my youth has long since passed. Were it up to my mother, and had I not chosen the path of a knight, I would have married many years ago. She often reminded me that a sword makes a poor companion, though I suspect she underestimated how loyal a blade can be. It's nice to know that despite the year, mothers are just like that. Your mother also wishes for you to marry? Probably. I think it has more to do with wanting grandchildren than wanting me to get married. But anyway, about that sword, can you really use it? Like, use it? Use it? Oh, where do you use it? I assure you, my training has not gone to waste. This blade has seen me through many trials, and though I pray it will not be necessary in this time, I am prepared to wield it should the need arise. Okay, I don't think you'll need to stab anyone, but I do appreciate the offer. I will endeavor not to stab anyone in your presence. Maybe just not at all. At that, she cracked a smile. I carry a sword not as an act of aggression, but a promise of protection. I would never harm anyone who's not deserving of it. I could hardly be called a knight otherwise. You're making me want to see you swing that thing? I bet it'd be real cool. Perhaps one day, should the need arise, I shall demonstrate. Until then, rest assured that my skill remains sharp. So, knights are allowed to get married? Indeed, though there are some limitations. We may not marry commoners, nor people of higher status unless arranged by our lords. Huh, I guess I just thought knights had to, you know, stay single like monks or something? Not at all. While some knights do choose to forego marriage in favor of their duties, it is not a requirement. We are permitted to wed provided the union aligns with the expectations of our station. So, what happens if you fall for someone who doesn't meet the rules? Then one must choose between desire or duty. It is not an easy decision, but a knight's honor lies in loyalty to their vows. How complicated. Here I thought modern dating was difficult. Such is the life of a knight, but I would not trade it for anything. Honor and duty are the cornerstones of my existence, and to stray from them would be to betray myself. So, does that mean you've never, you know, fallen for someone? Lucille's composure faltered for the briefest moment, her cheeks coloring faintly beneath her confident demeanor. No. I have always prioritized my duties above such matters. There was little time to entertain the notion of romance. Why's that? They got a heart next to it. Does that mean I'm supposed to pick that? Okay. Well, what about now? Now? You said it yourself, this is a totally foreign time to you, right? No one's caught your fancy around town? Caught my fancy? I must admit I have not yet considered such a matter. My focus has been on adapting to this time and fulfilling my duties. Matters of the heart seem secondary to ensuring I can serve and protect those who place their trust in me. That's a very knightly response. I am a knight, after all, though perhaps it would not be unwelcome to find such a connection. I almost can't imagine you with a crush. Neither can I, truthfully. Is your armor heavy? Is that heavy? It seems like a lot to walk around in all the hours of the day. For one not accustomed to such weight, perhaps, but I have borne this weight since my youth. It feels as natural to me as the air I breathe. She glanced down at her polished armor, her expression thoughtful. Truthfully, this set is quite light compared to the one I wore when I first arrived in blah 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 blah. Bon appetit, dinner is served. Cream beets were so red it almost surprised you. If it's delicious, then you will sing my praises through all of Willowmist. If it is not, then simply strike me down, as I could not bear the thought of serving our lovely Sylvie's family anything less than perfect. Well, she brought a sword, so let's hope it's good. I'm trembling in my boots. Please taste. Quinny, you're a little turd. Yes, yes. Very delicious. Magnificent. I had worried for a moment my prep time was cut short last night. The full moon does things to a person sometimes. You understand. Enjoy. Fine company makes a meal even more delicious, eh? You look back towards Lucille, who seemed to be enjoying her meal just as much as you were. Well, I suppose so, because her food must have really sucked. He's really nice. Indeed, he is a noble man with a noble heart. We are fortunate to have him in Willowmist. Oathkeeper completed Lucille Event 1. Did my choices matter in this at all? I feel like they did not. Absent-mindedly, you look past Lucille's shoulder, your eyes locking onto someone sitting a few tables away from you. Oh no, not this guy again. Oh, now suddenly you have time to eat, Mr. AI Boop Beep. Huh, that guy does know how to cut loose. I guess he just doesn't like me in particular. Oh well, no losses there, I suppose. You better be with, like, your even more handsome boyfriend. Hey, Lucille. Yes, Jade? Don't turn around too quickly, but do you know him? She spun around incredibly obviously. Sir Emmett? Yes, he is often around at the store assisting Lady Sylvie. What do you think of him? Lady Sylvie believes him to be a man of his word and extremely talented in his work. So Anne likes him, that's good. He's a bit cold. As far as I'm aware, he is like that with most people. Sir Emmett likes to keep a professional distance from much of the town. Because I want that man to suffer, I'm gonna make that man my friend. Gonna make that man my friend if it's the last thing I do. I surely hope it's not the last thing you do, but I will happily support you in your endeavor. You will? Indeed, though he does not say it, I can only imagine that keeping such a distance becomes lonely at times. Putting that aside, however, perhaps it is time for us to take our leave. Both of your plates had long since been scraped clean, neither of you daring to leave a single crumb. Left no crumbs! We'll have to do something to say thanks to Quinn. He didn't have to do all this. I gave him a deal on those Christmas bells! And he gave me blood risotto! He gave me menstrual risotto! Oh, Jade, there you are. I was hoping I'd run into you. You lying AI trash. You were... yes, I've been meaning to say something. I've been thinking about it for a while. I forgot to give you some paperwork. You're doing better than I expected. That's not bad. I mean, it's good. Oh, thank you. The store, the town, it's not easy. You make it look easier than it is. I don't think I've said that before. I should've. Are you feeling okay? I've never been better. Jade, maybe a bit warm. Is it warm tonight or something? Aren't we going into winter? Maybe it's just you. I'm warm. I am very warm. I'm hot-blooded, one could say. Yeah, you seem warm. What was I saying? Something about me being warm? Right. That. You should stay. Are you trying to robot scam me? As fun as that sounds, I'm actually out with Lucille tonight. Don't you make that face. Don't you make that face about my beautiful knight woman. My beautiful knight lady friend. You disgusting man. Why? We were having dinner. A lovely menstrual risotto together. A beautiful feminist dinner you wouldn't understand. I should have asked first. Bitch, I asked you out to brunch. You wouldn't go to brunch with me. You missed your chance. Next time, have dinner with me. You trying to sell my organs? What's going on here? You bipolar? What's going on here? You have a weird trim brother named Ronaldo? What's going on here? Your AI changed and suddenly you're romantic AI? What's going on here? You AI dating suddenly? Your AI switched to dating AI? What's going on here? I would like that. I don't know if I would. Good. That's good. Get home safe, and don't forget, you promised. AI doesn't know what promises are. Stupid. Stupid. Stupid guy. You hurried away with Lucille, waving thanks to Quinn on the way out. On our way to get some Wendy's. Lucille, I fear we may have just witnessed a real-life bona fide demon possession. Glad I wasn't the only one. Sir Emmett, you mean? He was being uncharacteristically amiable. He shot me down instantly when I suggested hanging out together outside of work. Perhaps he had a change of heart? You are wonderfully charming, Jade. Thanks, but I don't think so. Seriously, we need to call a priest or something. I shouldn't let that distract me, though. Lucille, thanks for coming out with me. I had a great night. Food really is better with good company. You have my thanks for allowing me to accompany you, Jade. It was truly wonderful to get to know you as a person. Do you live far from here? You want me to walk you home? That will not be necessary. Please allow me to walk you home instead. As your knight, it is my sworn duty to ensure your safety. To allow you to escort me instead would be unthinkable. Girl, I'm in armor and I have a sword. You're a little stupid. Willowmist seems pretty safe and quiet, though. I don't think you need to ensure my safety or anything. It is a quiet town, yes, but even the stillest waters may hide unsuspecting dangers. As your companion, I cannot allow you to face the night unguarded. People are freaks, and they're everywhere. Seriously, it's like a 10-minute walk. People are freaks, and they're coyotes. 10 minutes or 1 hour, it matters not. My role as your protector does not end when the sun sets. Please allow me to fulfill my oath. You sighed, but found it more amusing than anything. Alright, you win, Miss Lady Knight. Lead the way. Don't you talk like that to her! As it should be, my lady. Jade. Lucille's voice softened, the faintest glimmer of a smile touching her lips as she gestured for you to follow. Together, as you stepped through the cool night air, the quiet streets of Willowmist stretching before you. Right. Jade. There we go. I am now safely deposited. Oh. There we go. I am now safely deposited back home. All is well with the world. I feel bad letting you walk me home alone. Please do not trouble yourself with such thoughts. If anyone even entertained the notion of harming me, I would be able to defend myself. And as you say, Willowmist is quite safe. Then you agree you didn't need to walk me back. Safe or not, it is my duty to see you safely home, but I will admit perhaps my insistence was not entirely selfless. I find that I rather enjoy your company. Her tone softened, a glimmer of warmth in her usually composed demeanor. So while it is my honor to fulfill my role as your knight, I must confess it is also my pleasure. Oh, someone is a smooth talker. Only an honest talker, Jade. And now that you are safely home, my mission is complete. I bid you a good night, with the hope that we shall meet again on the morrow. She offered a light bow, her golden hair catching the soft glow of the night as she turned and began her journey home, leaving you with a faint smile lingering on your lips. Man, she's really great. You turned towards your door, digging the old key out of your pocket. It was halfway turned in the keyhole when you heard voices within. I win and Florian loses! Someone owes me $5. What are you even gonna do with $5? You pushed open the door, peering curiously into the room. Jesus Christ, can you stop sneaking around in the middle of the night all the time? I left. I'm obviously gonna come back. You haven't seen me come back yet. Maybe you should spend less time sulking about here in the dark then? Was someone else here? Huh? I thought I heard you talking to someone? At your comment, he rubbed at the back of his neck, looking away. What weirdo would be hanging around here this late? You, for one? I work here. At night. Alone, in the dark. So just talking to yourself then? Guess so. Anyway, I'm busy. You sure look it. That was dinner. It was lovely. Quinn is an amazing chef. You really missed out, you know? Yeah, I know. At that, Florian's face dropped. I'll get back to work. Sure, have a nice night. You heard rustling. Opening your eyes, you saw a piece of paper and some kind drift in on the wind before sitting on top of the wardrobe. What the? Man, I'll close the windows so trash comes in on a breeze. You stood, then made your way over to the dresser, which you realized was far too tall for you to reach the top of. Great, I'm going to be stuck with trash forever. That won't be annoying me at all. Guess I'll ask Florian for a letter tomorrow. Maybe the storeroom has something. At that moment, a soft, gentle green glow began to envelop the piece of paper and slowly fell into your outstretched hand. What? Seemed to be a letter, although rather short. It read, "So, I might have gone a teensy bit overboard last night. It was supposed to be funny, not, you know, glass smashing, hand slicing funny. Anyway, I'm really sorry I made you get hurt. I didn't mean for that to happen. Promise. I hope you're feeling better." At the bottom was a hugely elaborate signature that you couldn't quite make heads or tails of. What in the... A teensy bit overboard? Is this Florian pranking me or something? Right, this has to be Florian. If it's not Florian, then... You glanced around the room, half expecting someone to jump out laughing. But the stillness of the room answered the silence. Your gaze returned to the letter as a sinking realization began to settle in. If it's not Florian, then no one else knew about the glass. Someone wasn't here. There is a ghost. Hey ghost, once again, I'm really chill. No one answered. Well, I'm going to sleep now. Please don't steal my soul or anything while I'm asleep, alright? I promise it won't taste good. You quickly crawled in bed, settling onto the soft sheets. How long is this demo, dude? Florian? Oh. I didn't mean to wake you up. Yo, what are you doing here? Found Florian mopping the floors again, and a toppled over suit of armor that had previously been leaning against the back wall sprawled out on the ground. Sir Florian, you ought to take heed. Though I admire your dedication to arriving earlier in the day, it is no use if you cannot perform your duties correctly. It's an accident, okay? What are you doing here so early? Wait, you did go home last night, didn't you? Florian? I was busy, alright? Can you get off my back about it? There's really nothing to keep you that busy here. I would never expect or want you to do that. I haven't been able to sleep anyway. Might as well be doing something useful. Even if you can't sleep, you should be resting. The key to a steadfast body and mind, Sir Florian, is rest. Even the finest knight cannot protect their charge if they are worn down by exhaustion. Lucille stepped forward, then stood up the fallen suit of armor. A lack of sleep dulls the senses, clouds judgment, and weakens resolve. Trust me, I have seen even the strongest falter when they neglect their rest. Yeah, well, good for you knights. Maybe you guys don't have insomnia. Sleepless nights are not foreign to me, but to push yourself without reprieve only invites disaster. She's right, it's not even about the sleep so much. It's about giving yourself a break. You need it, you deserve it, after a long day's work especially. I don't want a break, I want to keep busy. I can see that. Florian's hand tightened around the mop handle. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, Sir Florian. You two are way too noisy. I mean, isn't that kind of my job to be nosy? Just get some rest, don't worry about work today. Fine, if it gets you off my back, no promises I'll even be able to sleep, though. We do not ask for perfection, only effort. Finally, he leant the mop against the wall and ran a hand through his mop of hair. You couldn't help but notice the slightly more defined eye bags under his eyes. Then he started on his way upstairs. That's my bed, mister. That's awfully forward of you, Florian. What? I know you're tired, but you do have your own bed, don't you? What are you saying? I said I'd show you the attic. The attic, I was just gonna show you it before I leave. God. God, Mom! It has nothing to do with your bed. Fine, but after this, go home. Yeah, whatever. Desmos danced through the beams of light that filtered in through the stained glass window at the back of the room. Ta-da, the attic. Like I said, Sylvie's been meaning to clean this crap up to sell anyway, and by crap I mean there's a lot of rubbish here. You might find nothing worth selling, I don't know. That certainly is a lot of stuff. You can say crap. It's not crap. Just an assortment of items, some more worthwhile than others. Sounds like a roundabout way of saying some of it is crap. As you moved through the room, your eyes caught something odd, a flash of movement near the shelves. You turned, only to find something or someone hanging upside down from the edge of a high shelf, her bright smile and sparkling eyes pointed directly at you. Ghost! Ghost bitch! Winnie. Ta-da! You stumbled backwards, barely catching yourself before you tripped over your aunt's collection of used phone books. Okay, maybe some of it is crap. Before you could even process what was happening, the figure slipped, letting out a startled yelp as she tumbled to the floor in a heap. You winced, waiting for the sound of impact, but nothing came. Ow, ow, ow. Wait, that didn't even hurt. Why am I saying ow? Are you okay? Figure popped up immediately, brushing herself off with a sheepish grin. Never better. Another flawless landing by yours truly. You fell. Thank you. I know my graceful performance was one you'll forever remember. Please hold the applause. Then you noticed that she was ever so slightly transparent. She struck a dramatic pose, her hands forming a heart over her chest as she flashed you a dazzling grin. Hello, Jade. It is so exciting to finally meet you. You're in the presence of future international superstar and idol, Winnie. She twirled in place, but her motion ended with a slight wobble, making you instinctively reach out as though to catch her, but your hands passed right through her. Winnie? Wait a second, you're the girl that was in my room the other night. You're a beautiful woman with adoring fans all over the world? The only fan you have is that one. Ouch. Florian pointed to an old, dusty electric fan that sat in the corner of the room. Boo, you suck. I have loads of fans. Where are they then? You're in there. You wouldn't know them, since all you do is sit in the store every day. That's funny coming from you. Overwhelmed, you sat down on the wooden floor, staring towards this insane display. Anyway, you can just go away if you're gonna be such a spoilsport. I want to talk to Jade. Shoo, stinky. I'm not stinky. Hi, hey, why are you sitting on the ground? You're gonna get all dusty. She rushed over and then squatted down beside you. I think the dust is the least of my worries right now, Florian. Am I going crazy or something? Maybe, but that has nothing to do with her. So she's real? Unfortunately. Hey, I'm right here, you know. Why didn't you tell me? Look, I figured you'd find out eventually. She's hard to miss. I'm the only one who keeps things lively around here. If it were up to Florian, the whole place would be a ghost town. No pun intended. A ghost in the store. Sure, why not? We've got a knight. Why not a ghost too? Your thinking face is so cute. Maybe you should be the super famous internet idol? That would make one of you. Anyway, I'm really sorry for scaring you. No, you're not. I'm really sorry that scaring you made you get hurt. I really didn't mean for that to happen. I just maybe kind of had a bet with Florian over whether or not I could spook you. Now Florian owes me $5. I'm going home. Good luck dealing with that one. That one? I have a name. With that, Florian left, heading back downstairs out of the store. So anyway, now that he's gone, I have something I want you to help me with. You do? Is it like dealing with something you left behind before you... I want to become the most famous internet idol ever. Oh, right, of course, I should have guessed. And if you help me with it, I'll promote the store, and it's a win-win for both of us, don't you think? I get all the adoring fans, and you get lots of people visiting your store. Come on, what do you say? Pretty please, pretty please. It'll be loads of fun, I promise. I can try. I don't know much about idols or becoming famous, though. Yeah, you're the best ever. You're pretty much my manager now. I don't know about that, but I can try to help you at the very least. Right now? How about later tonight? I'm about to open up the store, but once it closes, I'm free. Yes! Oh, this is going to be amazing. We'll have to pick outfits, make videos, maybe even do live streams. Oh, would you do my hair too? Oh, I have so many ideas already. Maybe we can even make you a theme song. Oh my god. How could I forget a theme song? Can you make music? I played the guitar before. Really? I was 12, but how did you know I played the guitar when I was 12? Who's asking? Woohoo! I'm so excited. By the way, Winnie, why didn't you introduce yourself sooner? I don't bite. Well, not unless you ask nicely anyway. Oh, Florian told me I shouldn't talk to you. Huh? Does he really hate me that much? No, Florian doesn't hate anyone. He's a big softie under all that emo-ish blandness. He said you were from out of town and you might not be into the whole, you know, ghost thing. He thought it might be a better idea to wait a little and see what you thought of the town first. What is a whole town hiding a bunch of ghosts I don't know about? Maybe? I've never met another ghost. Even thinking about meeting another ghost gives me the shivers. You're afraid of ghosts? Well, yeah, who wouldn't be? And that doesn't seem funny to you? What do you mean? Don't worry about it. You stood up from the ground, then dusted off your clothes. It was really dusty down there. Better get to work. So are you just gonna hang around in here? I go wherever the fun is. That'll be all over the place now that we know each other. Yippee! That sounds dangerous. Okay, I'll let you get to work for now, but tonight you're all mine. Okay, don't forget, we're gonna make magic happen. Got it. Tonight, magic, sure. I'm all yours. They'll call me Jade the Wizard with all the magic I'm about to make happen. Later, that is. I have to be Jade the shopkeeper. Lady Winona, it is good to see you fine and well. Lucy! When he charged forward, then jumped as if to hug Lucille and went straight through her. Aw, one day it'll work. It's the thought that counts. I will prepare my stance for the day it does. That's the spirit. Was that pun intended? That's my secret. I'm pleased to see you have become acquainted with each other. The store was far too quiet without Lady Winona around. Ah, you're making me blush. I'm only speaking the truth. Well, I think you're trying to make me turn red. You're so charming, Lucy. Honesty is not charm, Lady Winona. It is simply the way of a knight. Well, I think you're charming and noble and strong, and... Are you trying to make Lucille join your idol group or something? I've never heard so many compliments in one breath. Maybe. Just imagine a night idol. Have you ever heard of something so cute? I fear my talents do not extend to performance arts, and cute I am not. Boo. I think you're plenty cute. Don't you think so, Jade? They are both really cute, but I like Lucille a little bit more, so. Super cute. I think you'd make a great idol, Lucille. You'd be super popular. Lucille blinked, momentarily caught off guard. I fear you overestimate my appeal. Nope, Jade is right. You're totally heartthrob, strong, noble, mysterious. Oh, the internet would eat you up. See, Winnie agrees with me. It would seem so. Lucille cleared her throat, straightening her posture as if trying to recover her composure. Still, my skills lie in the sword, not in performance. If my presence is pleasing to you, then I shall take it as a compliment, my friends. Oh, Lucille, you should totally be my bodyguard when I go viral. Every idol needs a super cool night watching her back. If it is a matter of security, I will of course fulfill my duty. You mean an actual bodyguard or a part of your act? Well... Picture it, the amazing idol Winnie and her gallant guardian, the unbreakable Dame Lucille del Rosario of the Order of the Crown. The title keeps getting longer and longer. Good branding is key, don't you think? If my presence lends credibility to your efforts, I shall assist in what way I can. However, should any real danger arise, I shall take my duty most seriously. I would not let harm befall either of you. You smiled, shaking your head as Winnie practically sparked with joy. Alright, let's focus on opening the store first. If a horde of admirers shows up, I trust Lucille to keep us safe. You have my word. Oh, I'll handle all the fans. This is so going to be our big break. I'm not sure ghost idols to become with fans, but that's alright. Time to get it. Maybe sort through storage and then man the counter. Or I guess we'll man the counter first and then we'll sort through storage. Can't you check out the back? I'm really sorry, sir, but we don't stock anything that isn't antique. There's probably a store around town that has. There isn't. This is the last place I've got left to check. You really don't have it? I might have an old flip phone or something upstairs, but new phone models, no, I'm afraid not. This is ridiculous. How do you not stock phones? What is this, the Stone Age? This isn't a phone store, you freaky little frog. This is an antique store. God, what did I do to deserve this? Once again, this is an antique store. We're not a regular store and we don't carry new products. Typical. These small towns and their old people shops. Can you get a proper phone here? Get out of the store before I beat your ass? At that moment, you heard the sound of metal grating against metal and the blink of an eye. A silver sword was placed between you and the customer. Never mind, before I get Lucille to beat your ass. I forgot about you, Lucille. I'm so sorry. My queen. Good sir, you will respect the master of this establishment or you will leave. Hey, watch where you're waving that thing, woman. It's a sword, not a toy. This blade was forged in the fires of war. I am well aware that it is not a toy. Now you may either apologize or you may leave. Fine, fine. Sorry. Jesus. He grumbled and turned on his heel, leaving the shop with all the haste of a man threatened with a real sword. Phew, thanks, Lucille. It is my pleasure. Should you require aid, you need only ask Jade. She gave a smile and sheathed her sword with ease. I was hoping he'd get the hint without having a sword pointing at him. Oh well. Some people require a firmer hand to understand the importance of manners. Is there usually many customers like that? Nay, the majority are very courteous and polite. Lady Sylvie would say a great deal of trouble came from passing tourists. However, there are few and far between. Tourists, huh? He did seem to be passing through. Aye, the inhabitants of this town are a good sort and would never speak ill of the store. Everyone likes Aunt Sylvie, huh? Indeed, she's the best of us, and then some. Hey, Lucille, thank you, really. I know your job. It's your job, but... My sword is yours, your enemies are mine. If there's but one thing you can depend on this life, it is that. She bowed her head and left to continue her patrol. I didn't know we had levels or... skill points! But I think getting in more customers and raising the chance of making a sale might be the most important, so I'm gonna go with style. Let's just keep it there. Let's just keep it there, I guess. Because I don't want to put them too low. If a person's just gonna buy one thing, I don't want to put stuff too low. Welcome. I don't see. Oh, I didn't price them low enough. I guess it really does have to be like right in the fucking halfway point, doesn't it? While tidying the attic, you tugged a dusty box from behind a stack of hat cases and found something curious inside. Travel vanity filled to the brim with eyeshadows, blushes, lipsticks, and more. What's that I spy? Makeup. Oh, Lucille, come here. Is someone in peril? Look at what Jade found. Truly a treasure. The craftsmanship is beautiful. It would suit you, Lady Winona. If only I could actually use it. I know it's not the same, but I could help you use it on someone else. But who would? Lucy! Me? I would have never worn such a thing. I do not think it would suit me. Ah, Lucy, you look super pretty. I mean, you always look pretty, but it'd be fun. Only if you want to, though. For all we know, this makeup is cursed. Knowing Lady Sylvia, the chances are high. However, I would admit I am curious. So? I suppose it would not hurt to try. Yay! I shall place myself at your service, Lady Winona and Jade. That's the spirit. Okay, Jade, brush in your right hand. No, your other right. First of all, maybe some blush. That would bring out her cheekbones, and the rest could follow. Just a little, though. Maybe some eyeshadow to match. Your counsel is deft, Lady Winona. Blush and eyeshadow it is. Here goes nothing. Attempt makeup. Handiwork check. Okay. Click to roll. Okay. 7. I think we did that one. By the way, have you really never worn makeup before? Nay, while the women of my village were picking up the first rouge brush, I was already long in training as a squire. The most adornment I was afforded was the armor on my body, not upon my face. Armor's still adornment, just heavier. Your words ring true, Jade. I have owned many ceremonial sets of armor in my lifetime, some which had been passed down for centuries. Perhaps this is not so different. And there we go. What do you think? You held up a mirror to Lucille's face. You had a light touch. The makeup wasn't too apparent, but accentuated Lucille's features in a delicate way. Is this truly my face? It is a wonder, truly. You're so pretty, Lucy. Jade, you really worked your magic. All the credit goes to my director. A joint effort. Thank you both. It is not often I indulge in such things, and I must say, it has left me wondering if I missed out on a great deal in my younger years. There's plenty of time left to make up for it if you'd like. You're too kind, Jade. Truly, you have my thanks. With that, you packed away the makeup and continued your searching. Didn't we already sell that? And it's really freaking cheap. See, now this is a cuter outfit. That's what I'm talking about. A cute little necklace. You look cute. What are you doing here? Don't tell me I have to put you in time out. Time out? How old do you think I am? I left something here this morning. I was just coming to pick it up. What do you mean? It's not like I came back because I missed you or anything. I think you did. Fine, I guess that's sufficient reason for you to be back, but you better go home straight away. God, you're worse than my mother. I know what he's into. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Actually, do you live far away? Why? I was just wondering. Not really, 10 minutes or so from here. You checked back and forth and couldn't see Winnie anywhere in the room. Can we talk? Thought you wanted me to leave. Just for a minute. Guess it's inevitable, sure. What is it? There's a real-life ghost living in the store, and Lucille claims to be a time traveler, and I believe her for some reason. Yep. Just yep. I don't know what you want me to say. Yes, Winnie's a ghost, and yes, Lucille is a knight. How? Why? What's going on here? Did my aunt know? Yes, of course she did. She knows everything that goes on in this town. That's just the kind of woman she is. Really, this whole antique store rubbish is mostly a front. A front? For what? You're not going to tell me this is You're not going to tell me this is something illegal, are you? I really don't want to go to prison if this is a setup. What? No. Willowmist is full of people who don't fit in, people who are running away from something or don't blend into a normal society. Sylvie helps them. The town depends on her. She's a problem solver, I guess. She's the one that makes this town a place where people can exist without having to explain themselves. So the people in town, they're all like Winnie and Lucille? Not all of them, but a lot, yeah. But everyone knows. Or, I guess, some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them don't want to know. Not everyone in Willowmist is like that, but they get it in their own way. I don't know, it's more like people just don't ask. And you're just okay with that? Why wouldn't I be? It's a lot to take in. You'll get used to it. You sighed, running a hand through your hair. Or don't, just let things happen. You're here for what, 3 months? You'll be fine. You exhaled deeply before leveling a look at Florian. Okay, so what about you? What about me? You said a lot of people here don't fit in. What's your deal then? A beat of silence. Florian's expression didn't change, but there was something just a little too measured about it now. I just work here. You just work here. Yep. No tragic backstory, no running from the past, no big secret. Nope. Florian. Jade. Fine. Be mysterious, but I'm on to you. There's nothing to be mysterious about. I just happened to be born here. Anyway, you told me to leave, so I'm leaving. Wait. I meant to do what she does. How would I know? Sylvie doesn't tell me shit. I can hardly help myself, let alone an entire town of people. You don't need to help everyone. That's kind of the whole point, though, isn't it? My aunt did. Florian sighed, shifting his weight slightly as he rubbed the back of his neck. Yeah, well, you're not her. Wow, thanks. That's not what I meant. For a second, he hesitated, his fingers tightening against his sleeve. Then in a quieter voice, he spoke again. Look, even if you only help one person, it's worth it. His tone was uncharacteristically earnest. No sarcasm, no sighing frustration, just quiet and certain. You blinked at him, momentarily taken aback. That's surprisingly optimistic coming from you. He shoved his hands into his pockets, glancing away as if embarrassed by his own sincerity. Not everything has to be a grand gesture. Not everything has to fix something. Sometimes just being there, just doing one good thing is enough. Sounds like something my aunt would say. Maybe it was. Did you believe her? Maybe. You smiled, exhaling softly before shaking your head. You're a weird guy, Florian. Yeah, well, you work here now, so you're one of us. Now I'm really going. Night. Night, Florian. Let me walk you out. The two of you found your way downstairs, wood growing beneath your feet. Oh, Oh, coming out of your room together at night? How scandalous. Shut up. I'm leaving. Have a nice night, Flo. Not my name. The door shut soundlessly behind him as he left. He's such a spoilsport. Well, whatever. We've got this whole place to ourselves now. Should we throw a party or something? A party in an antique store does sound pretty cool. I put you in charge of planning that. Do you think we can get a disco ball in here? My aunt probably has one stashed away somewhere, knowing her. Oh, right. I'm so excited. Come on. She went to grab you by the hand, but her fingers went straight through yours. Did leave you with a cold, numb feeling in your hand, though, which you found pretty cool. Let's go. Your place is so cool. Sylvie didn't like me coming up here, you know? This is my first chance to take a proper look around. Why not? What did you do? Who said I did anything? Well, did you? I think it's because I'd stand at the end of her bed in the middle of the night. Kind of spooked her a little. Okay. I can now see why she wouldn't like that. I was just messing around. I don't do that, you know. I was just messing around. I won't do that to you, though. I promise. I pinky promise, but you know. Anyway, do you have a computer? I do. I brought my laptop with me, luckily. I don't know what I'd do without it. Yes, finally. Sat down at your desk, swinging around in the chair, logging on. What's step 1 of becoming an idol, then? Getting famous, I guess? Selling a giant arena for my concert? I don't know much about idols, but I think there's some steps before that. Did you decide on a name, at least? You had a few ideas earlier, but... Well, I have been thinking about it. We need a super cool idol? Denied. Thought that was a good one. How about something more like... something that highlights your draw? Ghost Winnie? With a star in the middle? That might be cute. Ooh, mysterious, intriguing, cute. And accurate to boot. Hopefully... people don't question the fact that you're slightly transparent too much. That could cause us some trouble. Okay. How about this? She got into position, arms wide, a huge grin on her face. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghost Winnie is here. She pulled another pose, making a star symbol with her hands in front of her. How's that? Oh, I think I'm already a fan. Don't tell me I'm stealing your heart away already, Jade. What if you are? Mention the scandal. A famous idol and her first ever fan, who is also her manager? Oh no, that just won't do. My fans must adore me from afar. Wow, shut down instantly. I must keep my heart open to all my fans. You understand, don't you? How selfless of you. My duty, but don't worry, Jade. I'm always make a little extra time for my favorite fan. I better get the VIP treatment, Of course. Okay, Ghost Winnie, we've got a name down. Suppose the next thing to do is make social media accounts so you actually have somewhere to be an idol. I'll start setting those up. Do you have email address? Okay, make an email. New email. Open book. Well, you're a ghost. Profile picture. Take a photo for you. Do you come up in photos? Of course I do. I'm not a vampire, silly. Imagine trying to figure out how to market an invisible person online. Cheese. So cute. You're such a good photographer. I dabbled in photography when I was younger. Hardly, I drifted away from it pretty quickly, same as I drifted away from knitting, journaling, cooking, art. I drift back. Why? Did you enjoy them? I'm not sure. It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it, really. I think I've just spent my life chasing something but never found it. Pick things up, then put them down. That's called ADHD, bitch. Well, I think you're really good at everything. I saw you handle all those customers earlier, and now you're making me into a superstar like it's nothing. I think I'm falling in love. Bitch, you just shot me down 5 minutes ago. Ha ha ha. You're funny, Wendy. Thank you. Should I add comedian to my title? Why not? Superstar, idol, and comedian. Now let's upload your new profile picture there. Looking good, Winnie. You wanted to do videos? Yep, I should probably, you know, figure out what kind of idol I am. Am I the cool, mysterious type or the super high energy, cheerful kind? Well, what are you as a person, bitch? You're not cool. I mean, that seems pretty obvious to me, but more importantly, who do you want to be? When you paused for a second at that, it was brief, so brief that you might have missed it if you weren't paying attention. That's a good question, huh? Guess we'll just find out along the way. That's what makes it fun. Well, you quite literally have all the time in the world to work it out. There's no rush. Take some time thinking about what you want your first pose to be too. Right, I should do some brainstorming. I got it. You brainstorm for like 3 seconds. What can I say? I'm obviously just a natural. So here's the idea. I'll pretend like I'm putting on a show and you can pretend to be in the crowd recording right here in the store. If we post that online, it'll totally go viral. What? Okay. Yeah. You don't know what a fan cam is, do you? Neither do I. Fan recording a performance. Pretty popular online. Concerts are usually dark, so it's fine. My little ghost things. Ghost when you hear your favorite spirit from beyond the grave. Ooh. Today I'll be singing my debut single, Fall Right Into Place. When he took in a deep breath, and just like that, her usual energy faded. Her playful grin softened into something more thoughtful, more wistful. She began to sing. From the songbirds in the treetops to the valleys down below, every living creature has beauty to show. She sang with all the passion of a girl with no place to call home. Her voice was light, sweet, airy, but there was a depth beneath it, a kind of yearning woven between the notes. Who's gonna believe that this is like a performance in front of people? Is this what we're trying to mimic? It is. I'm very confused right now. She held out one hand as if she were reaching for something or someone just out of grasp. Her voice carried through the still air, filling out the empty space. I'm just gonna be quiet. So, how was it? You quickly stopped recording. Hopefully I got it all. Kind of forgot halfway. Though that's why we were doing this. It was beautiful, Winnie. Yeah, yippee! Where did that song come from? My mouth! Okay, comedian, I know that much. Did you write it? I think so. I hope so. It's when I first got here, it was in my head. Maybe it's a memory, I'm not sure. But it's pretty, right? It's gorgeous, you're an amazing singer. Well, I wouldn't be a very good idol if I couldn't sing. It's true, I just didn't realize you were that good. Memory, huh? Music is a pretty powerful thing. I wonder if it means something. Thought I've always been destined to be famous? Maybe. Kind of funny, huh? What is that? I have no clue who I was, but I remember a song. We all remember music, like, you wouldn't be sure that it's something you wrote, though. Maybe it was important to you, something you held on to even after everything else faded away like a little keepsake. Winnie hummed, rocking back and forth on her heels, or while floating in place as if she had heels to rock on. For once, she didn't immediately follow up with a joke, she just thought about it, hands clasped behind her back. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, anything's possible, right? It's a little bittersweet. No, it's all sweet. Don't worry about sad stuff, Jade. I don't care if I remember or not. All that matters now is I'm going to be a superstar. How did the recording turn out? Oh, I think it's good. I'll have to clean it up a little before it's ready to post, though. I can add some special effects, too. Strobe lights, fireworks, a backing track. Okay, temper your expectations a little there. I'm no professional. Tired? All the fame and stuff really wears you out, huh? It's been a long day. You must be more exhausted than me. Not at all. I can sing all night. She's a ghost, dude. You might need to come up with some more songs first so you don't get tired. Nope, I can't even remember what sleep feels like. That would be helpful. It's pretty cool, huh? Another perk of being ghost. Doesn't it get lonely, huh? It just slipped out. I mean, while everyone's sleeping, it must get quiet. It's super boring. Luckily, Florian is usually around, but not tonight. Boo. I'd keep you company if I didn't need to be up first thing in the morning. It's okay. I'll practice. I won't be bored. Thank you, my esteemed Winnie. Ooh, I like how that sounds. If we're not careful, your idol thing will turn into a cult thing, which honestly I'm down for, but maybe we'll hold off for now. Get some sleep then. Good night, superstar. Night, Jade. Rest up. Let me know when you finish editing my debut recording too, okay? You got it. By the way, thanks for helping me get your letter down from the top of my dresser last night. Huh? What did you... I mean... Sure. Night, Jade. Stairs. Wake up. Follow rustling leaves. Destiny. Find it. Your eyes shoot open as soft, insistent whispers ripple through your mind. The first thing you notice was a cool draft brushing against your skin. In the dim light of your room, you saw something strange, a scattering of autumn leaves swirling in a gentle motion around the room, as if the world's gentlest tornado was inside your room, and you were in the center of it. The hell, Winnie, is that you? No reply came. You felt an inescapable pull, like a magnetic draw, urging you to stand. You got to your feet, and the swirling leaves followed you as if you were commanding them. Which you weren't, as far as you were aware. You looked out the window, but the wind didn't seem to be coming from there. Winnie, is this some kind of practical joke? If it's you, you got me. The pull continued, almost as if dragging you to the door. Swallowing hard, you followed it out of your door and upstairs. You had expected to see Winnie when you entered the room, but you found the attic empty. You continued dragging you further into the room restlessly. Dust motes danced in the beam of moonlight that streamed in through the stained glass window as you made your way to one of the dressers, pushing aside boxes in your path. The closer you got, the more the temperature seemed to drop, and the leaves twirling around you began to glow. Cautiously, you reached out and brushed your fingertips against the smooth wood of the dresser, your heart pounding. It was icy to the touch, much colder than you would have expected. With a deep breath, you pulled open the drawer and found a book. It looked old, leather-bound, with no writing on the front or spine that you could see. Carefully, steadily, you reached in and took it from its place in the drawer, blowing a layer of dust off the surface. As soon as you made contact with it, the leaves swirling around you exploded into gold dust, shimmering through the air before coming to rest on the wooden floor. The temperature of the room returned to normal, and you were left once again exhausted. Strange book in hand, you made your way back to the bedroom. You set down the book on the small dining table in the kitchen and changed into your pajamas. Whatever strange thing was going on now, it could certainly wait until morning. You crawled into bed, heart still racing, and closed your eyes despite the adrenaline running through your veins. Weariness overtook you, and soon enough you fell back into a much deeper sleep. Okay, well, I thought this was going to be a demo, so I thought that it was going to be rather short. I've been recording for, honestly, nearly 4 hours. I'm so tired, and my throat is so sore. Good gosh, they made a long demo. Jeez Louise. Awfully nice, though, of them to give us such a long demo. This game is really nice so far. The dialogue is really well made. It's really nice. The graphics are absolutely beautiful. Really nice game so far. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it too, and I hope you're also enjoying me. Please join me again, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.